Okay. You're full with the snacks too? Okay. I just need 10 to 15 minutes of your attention. Just focus kindly, please, because Priyanka, please. Yeah. Just 10 15 minutes of your focus, undivided attention. As much as we had fun, Zumba, yoga, mental health awareness, I personally feel talking about autism, bringing awareness, and today I'm going to specifically talking about autism acceptance is much more important too. Quick introduction again. My name is Abhirami Magendran. I go by Abhi. We live in Lansdale. I have two kids. Ritika, my daughter, she is in ninth grade, and Mukyo, he is in 5th grade. As I mentioned earlier, Mukil is an autistic kid. He's a non-verbal kid. He actually got diagnosed when he was 2 years old. He's 10 now. Lot of therapies, up and downs, hardships. When a child gets diagnosed, right, it's not the child. The whole family dynamics changes. It's not like flu. Okay, it's gonna be done in 1 week. Next week he'll be fine. It's not like any other disease. No, it's like a lifelong condition or challenges, and it's gonna take a toll on you. And that's why mental health is very important. We all have the awareness of physical health. Like Rosali was telling, we make sure we go for walking, yoga, whatever, right? Whatever you guys can find time. Mental health is equally important too, because guess what? Especially for kids with autism, and especially if they are non-verbal, you're gonna be your kid's advocate, right? I am my son's voice. So you need to be in your best of your physical health and your mental health to be providing that support, lifelong support, right? So this is just an introduction. I want to go with the flow. Okay. So we all know, so autism awareness, right? This is no longer an uncommon topic or a stigma. Last month, April, was Autism Awareness Month, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So all over the internet and social media, even maybe your child kid from school, they might have brought some posters. You guys have seen so many stories and so many posters about autism awareness and everything. So I think it's safe to say that every one of you here have a basic knowledge of what is autism. Or with increasing cases now, somebody might know personally in your life too who has a child with autism, you know. Do any of you have a friend or a family that has, you guys, you are teachers who work with autism kids, right? So it's safe to know that, like, we all know what is autism. It's a neurological, so it's a neurological disorder where it affects the individual's ability to have a social interaction, to have behavioral issues, to communication, and to understand. Actually, as I was preparing for the speech today, some of the facts took me to shock, because do you guys know 1 in 4 Americans or currently have a disability? 1 in 4. Any kind of, it's not necessarily autism, it can be anything, right? This month is mental health awareness. How many of you are hearing more and more about stress, anxiety? I have it, it's okay to say that, I will admit. Depression, so many of us are going through that in different levels, right? So this is a fact that 1 in 4 Americans currently have a disability. In 2023, this year, the CDC has announced that 1 in 36 individuals.
Go with the flow. I think your voice will be heard.
Okay, 1 in 36 individuals are diagnosed with autism in the US. 1 in 36. This is so sad. This is alarmingly a high rate. When my son got diagnosed a decade back, it was 10 years back, it was 1 in 80 or 1 in 90. Now in 2023, it's 1 in 36 kids. Autism is 5 times more prevalent in boys than in girls. It means it's affecting more and more boys compared to girls. And the diagnosis rates are raising fast. That is also because 50 years back or 20 years back or 10 years back, even then we had autism. But we didn't have resources to get it diagnosed. That time it was always related to mental condition and whatnot. Okay, 50% of autism individuals actually they roam away from a safe environment and they get lost. 30 to 40% of individuals with autism are non-verbal, and 30% or more are affected by seizures, and the whole body affects. The autism is not just your mind, right? The whole body takes the toll. So this is where early intervention is very important. So they say you can see the symptoms in babies as young as 9 months old, and it's more prevalent. You can see more and more milestones not being hit. You can see regressions in 18 months old, and at the age of 2 you can actually officially get your child diagnosed with autism. So okay, this especially in our culture, right? You're gonna hear a lot of elders, even today they're gonna say, oh, especially when it comes to a boy, it's okay, he's gonna talk when he's 5 years old. In my case, I had a daughter first. But I had so many people tell me, oh, I think you're comparing your son with your daughter. Okay, daughters, the girls, they always hit the milestones faster. Your son will be fine. He'll be talking. Oh, your uncle talked only he was 7 years old. We are not listening any of that, right? You follow your motherly instinct. You know the minute something is wrong with your kid, please do get help. Okay, early intervention is the key. You at 2 years old or 2.5, you take to the pediatrician, and they are going to guide you to the developmental pediatrician. Developmental pediatrician is the one who is going to give you an official diagnosis. They're going to check all the milestones: speech, physical, occupational, behavioral, and much more. And once the developmental pediatrician you reach out, especially post-COVID, the wait time to get the appointment is 18 months to 2 years. No joking. Just to get the initial appointment with the daughter, 18 months to 2 years. So think that you have a baby, it's 2 years old now. Okay, you're calling for the appointment. You have to wait till the kid is 4 years old to just go into the first appointment. It's sad. It's true, but yeah. So meanwhile, what are the resources available, right? So it's called early intervention. You call your county. This is a free service that is available. They're going to come to your house. They're going to evaluate your child, and they're going to provide you with services, speech, OTPT, any all kind of that resources. That is available till 3 years of old, and that's when the IU intermediate unit comes in. Okay, 3 to 5 years. 5 years of age, they're going to get you covered, and 5 years is the public school system, and they're gonna put your child in the best placement. They'll have the IEP. I'm not going to go into more of the medical terms. Okay, this is, I'm a mom, right? I'm going to share my perspective. I'm not going to go into clinical and what are so much things. So with medical and mental conditions being there, as I told you guys earlier, the whole family dynamics is going to change. The simplest things, just going to the grocery or going to the movies or planning a trip, it's going to get more and more challenging. As the kids grow, you grow along with them. Because there is no set guidebook on how to raise an autistic kid. And it's not going to work either, because every individual with autism is different. Something might work for one kid and it might not work for my kid. So as he's growing, I'm growing along with him, facing challenges and figuring out as things go. That's why I tell you how like mental health plays an important role. There are so many resources out there. For example, in the Facebook, I'm in multiple groups. It's mom support groups too. That's why exactly that's how we are going to do with Shakti too. So this is women helping women. My son is 10 years old. Like if somebody asks me about what's autism and things like that, I will only have the knowledge up until that point. If you're going to ask me about middle school autistic kid or high school or grown up adult, I wouldn't know. That's where all the FB resources and other things come. And get therapy if needed. This is a big stigma. Just don't worry about what people are going to think. You do what's best for you and your child. End of the day, it's you. They'll give you advice and they're long gone, right? So this is you. So just focus on yourself. And if siblings are involved, please get counseling too. So with The main topic here is autism acceptance. So awareness, this we are talking about awareness. Yeah, these days are long gone. We all are aware now. We all know what is autism. I just told you it's a mental disorder. We struggle with this, that. But what are we going to do to promote acceptance? Anu beautifully said, what is acceptance, right? It is like you are bringing in you are accepting the autistic people's value. You are gonna take in their assets. You are gonna also help them with their challenges. You're gonna embrace them. You're gonna include them. So when we talk about inclusive, as a society, as an individual, as a family, you guys need to come up with so many things to not only just be inclusive of autism kids, right? Of all neurodiversity individuals. Not we have ADHD, we have dyslexia, we have this, that, so many. Just be embracing, just be inclusive. Next time when your kids go to school or whatever, ask your child, do you have your autistic child in your classroom? Do you have an autistic child in your school? What are you doing to be inclusive? You know, the struggle with autism kids is like they don't initiate. They're not gonna always come and ask you to play with them or whatever. Be the change. Ask your kids to do that. Okay, so I have actually 4 important points that we need to do for acceptance. One is being understanding. The as a community, it's about time we have to try to understand the basic common symptoms of autism. How many of you guys have seen kids or even individuals, adults with autism? They have struggled to give you the just the basic eye contact, and so many of them they don't like to be touched or hugged. Respect that. Set that boundaries. Next time when you're in a group setting or when you're in a gathering, friends gathering, do not demand them of that. It's okay if they don't give you the eye contact. They feel the warmth, they feel the love. It is okay. It's okay if they don't give you a hug. A simple high five will do. So please have the basic understanding of what are the symptoms and things like that. Next is educate. Whenever you get an opportunity, just try to educate yourself and what again about autism, how you can bring awareness into your family and stuff. Next is facilitate. Get a deeper understanding. You get involved with the community and organizations. So many organizations are giving like awareness about autism. Even few weeks back, there was in another organization. They had this autism awareness walk. Those are the things you can support because coming in there, it's not just you guys bringing in awareness. You're also funding for the resources. I think which is more and more important now. Last thing is communication. Use your network. You have so we all have WhatsApp groups for 1,000 things, right? For gardening, for this, for that. Let's also have a friends group. Next time you have a friends with autistic child, have them in a group. Ask them how you can support their family. Ask them how you can learn about that particular child, how you can be a help, how you can encourage play date with your kids. Okay, this is the way how we communicate too. So that's pretty much it. My anxiety is off the roof. I'm not best in giving speech like this, but this is very important to me. It's about time I break my own stigma, and it's okay for me to talk about my son. So
You have to speak, then other you can listen.
yes, yes. So I understand that you have a question for me. I'm ready to answer.
I do have also a son with autism.
Okay.
He's 19 years old now.
Okay. Awesome.
But I feel that